but that riff, I mean, it's just one of my favorite riffs of all time, and it sounds dangerous, it sounds aggressive, but it's still fun. Hey, I'm Mark Morton, and this is Metal Hammer, and these are 5 of my favorite riffs. Led Zeppelin, Whole Lotta Love. This would probably be on anybody's list. I feel like when you think about a guitar riff, it's one of the first ones that pops into mind. And I think if someone asked me, what is a guitar riff, I would play this for them. It just does all the things. It's got a groove. It's simple. You remember how it goes as soon as you heard it. It's great too, because if you're learning to play guitar, you can learn this riff pretty easily and rock along to Jimmy Page. Black Sabbath, Electric Funeral. It's just scary, man. And it's, you know, the whole song, it's kind of built on the cornerstone of that riff. And it's pretty impossible not to be drawn into that scary sound that Iommi's making there with this riff. You know, Black Sabbath, legends, they pretty much invented the genre. I think it's hard to argue otherwise. And my band, Lamb of God, is fortunate enough to be playing their last show in Birmingham this summer. So that's a great honor, great thrill, and just so grateful to that whole camp for including us. ZZ Top, Waiting for the Bus. I don't remember the first time I heard ZZ Top. There's all this great blues rock and southern rock that was coming out in the 70s, and I'm old enough that I remember the end of the 70s. I had an older brother who was listening to lots of that great music of that era, so it was probably sometime around then. Billy Gibbons, I think, has so much character in his playing. To me, Billy makes me laugh a lot. When I listen to him play, I catch myself chuckling at there's just so much swagger in his playing that it has a jovial kind of almost comical kind of feel to it. Dime does the same thing for me when Dime plays. I catch myself laughing. There's other players that I find myself crying. Stevie Ray Vaughan can make me cry. Dime and Billy make me laugh. The Rolling Stones, Can't You Hear Me Knocking? It's just one of the coolest guitar performances I can think of, from probably the coolest rock and roll band I can think of. The song goes so many places, and all the performances are great. There's this great sax section in the middle. Cool, like very meandering, sort of slinky guitar playing in and out of it. The whole thing feels super jammy, especially at the end. I read somewhere that it was actually a jam at the end. They didn't plan on having that whole back section of the song. It just kind of happened, which is cool. But that intro riff and the way Charlie Watts comes in with the drums at this, for me, has always been this very unexpected spot, but as soon as he sits down into it, there's this killer groove that's just, it's just undeniable. So it's probably my favorite Rolling Stones song, and definitely an incredible riff. Van Halen, Unchained. There are so many great Van Halen riffs we could talk about, and the thing about Eddie still is, that as celebrated as he is as being like the great guitar hero and his tapping innovation there and how shreddy he was, that Van Halen is full of great songwriting and great riffs. Unchained is a perfect example about that. The song writing it's pretty simple, but that riff, I mean, it's just one of my favorite riffs of all time, and it sounds dangerous, it sounds aggressive, but it's still fun. And you know, Eddie was just my first guitar hero. He's just the first guy that ever made me feel like playing guitar is just about the coolest thing you can do.